14 Fridays to Christmas. What does it mean for buyers, sellers, for tenants, for landlords in real estate? We're going to talk about it right now. Stay tuned.
I'm the ringleader, so listen up.
Cleo Whittier, expert property manager, Northern Beaches of Sydney. Good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you, Mark?
Very good, thank you. Very good, thank you. Hey, what do you reckon? I've been saying this to people in the last couple of days, and it depresses some people, and other people like, woohoo,
Yeah, if you're
14
not
days to
ready,
Christmas, 14 Fridays to Christmas. What do you reckon? How does it make you feel?
anxious actually. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do when you're a working mum. You've got school holidays. You've still got work. You've got a lot of commitments that need to be sorted for that period. It's not just those 2 days leading up to and behind of Christmas. It's stressful. It's very stressful.
Wow, wow, wow. My version was I can't believe the year's almost over. My version was happy warm season. My version was um friends, family, bit of drinky drink. Like it's the time of the year where it's good. A lot of business gets done. Um, but I think in our industry, I wanted to share with people what it actually means to a landlord, over the next 14 Fridays a week, over the next 14 weeks, what it means to a tenant, what it means to a buyer and a seller coming into this time of year. I think it's almost like fruit. There's good time to pick the fruit and bad time to pick the fruit. It's seasonal that way. You've been a property manager for almost 15, 20 years, Cleo. What does it mean to a landlord the next 14 weeks? Should they act differently? Are they forced to act differently? What do you think?
Look, there's this misconception that it's the holiday season for everyone. I know that for a property manager, much like people in hospitality, this time of year is still go, go, go for us. We are very much hands on when we are in a coastal environment that people flock to for the reason, our beaches and our lifestyle. This is probably one of our busiest times. Tenants move here because they want to live here because of the summer. And then you've also got the schooling where catchment areas and preparing for January, February comes into it. As a landlord, I'd feel comfortable knowing that your agent's open. We are open all during that time. And I feel that we are very busy. There's a lot of preparation that goes into these coming months, especially with pool compliancy, fire safety, all that sort of stuff as well. So yeah, as much as it is, holiday time for a lot of people, I feel for us, it's a very busy, active time in real estate. If you have your property coming available this time of year, even during the Christmas period,
Yes.
yeah, it can be something that might make you feel a bit anxious, but it's really a very good time to be reletting your property with all this glorious sunshine and where we live, and it is still a very hot commodity to live on the Northern Beaches.
Should a landlord be shaping their lease or a property manager be shaping leases now? So, are they extending lease period, traditional lease periods, or reducing traditional lease periods so it falls not into Christmas the following year or something like that? Do you do that?
We do. We don't just do your traditional 6 month and 12-month leases. We might do 10-month leases. We might do 8-month leases to accommodate this time of year. Some owners only want their properties coming available in October, which is now the month leading up. That's the perfect time, and it's always been considered the perfect time to relet property. Um, However, these traditional fixed term leases still are a little taboo. We're in a little, bit of uncharted water. We had our new legislation passed in May, ending fixed terms, ending properties leases without reason, with reason. So having a tenant on a rollover continuation lease is still desirable, especially for those owners that aren't sure what the future holds for their investment and they do want that flexibility. Otherwise, yes, lock them in for 12 months and have the lease expiring around October, November would be my pick.
Is it evil to serve a tenant a rent increase on Christmas?
Yes, you get bad juju.
So, honest question. There would be a day approaching over the next couple of weeks where you should not put a rent up on a tenant because that's going to fall right on Christmas Day. Or furthermore, even in that 2 weeks period, I reckon it's a bit rotten.
Yeah, look, I've done a Boxing Day one, and I was like, well, 26th is the 25th, that's all right. But still, it doesn't go down well. Um,
No.
yeah, no,
Do
you
landlords think
definitely.
about that, or do property managers think about that, or they just shoot it off?
Look, if you told an owner you're getting a rent increase, however, the anniversary of the tenant's paid to date falls on X date, you can get around it. So you're not serving it exactly in that week. None of our clients are really that strict on exactly 60-day notice. It has to be exactly on that date. In my experience over the years, I've not really had any that would not be happy with an extra 5 or 6 day buffer. So yeah, but we've all sent one. We've all sent one and stayed awake that night thinking I'm a bad person.
I wonder what that date actually is when you consider your notice periods, because it's December, November, yeah, October. It's approaching, isn't it?
October. It's
It's
October. It's
approaching.
coming up. Yeah,
Okay.
it's coming
So
up.
next question is 14 Fridays to Christmas. If you just tuned in, we're talking about that from a real estate perspective. We've covered the landlord side. Tell us about the tenant side. Are they acting differently now with this, with what's happening? Are they? I think you mentioned they're looking at getting little Johnny into the right school. So often they're doing stuff in the next month or two. We get in, live, and then be able to get little Johnny into the right school. Living in a catchment for the public system. Do you see that?
We definitely see that. And now this time leading up is where tenants want that security. So they are reaching out to their agent asking to secure a fixed term lease because they want to be sure that they're remaining put over this period where their son or daughter might be just starting school or staying in preschool and they need that security. So those families are definitely in preparation mode now, looking at the months ahead post Christmas. I've been signing up a few clients just recently. And then you also have the tenants who are prepping for their family coming
Doomsday.
from overseas.
Ah,
Yeah.
tell me more
So,
about that one.
well, we do. We have a lot of, people from the UK. We've got a lot of people that during this time, they really want to boast how, where they live is the best place in the world. And Christmas is when everyone comes and stays. So having that oven fixed, having that pool top notch, having all the repairs that they didn't do from January to June, all sort of roll over into now. So they want
Get it
everything
fixed.
schmick for the family that are coming over.
That's cool. I never thought about that. So that's a really good tip for tenants. Get the house in order. Give your landlord and agent a bit of notice, and tell them now to have it ready to go. Are there any other things, tips or tricks for tenants that you see happen? Pushing on Christmas.
Look, there are the tenants that do go away and try and do the sneaky Airbnb. People are very, very, very wary of Airbnb. There's a lot of buildings that have a bylaw that specifically says that it's not allowed. So if you are going to be sneaky and just say, I've got a friend staying, and then that friend, changes on the regular with different suitcases and stuff, you will be in breach. And when you do come back from that exotic holiday, your tenancy might be in jeopardy and you might not have somewhere to live for the new year. So make sure you are, forthcoming with the bylaws and your agent and let them know. And yes, you can have people come and stay. That's definitely not an issue. But we are still doing routine inspections as your property manager. Stratas will still send notices, and you've always going to have somebody in your building that's going to know what's going on if you are planning on doing the wrong thing.
Do agencies close down in this period?
Some do, yes, and some stratas do. Yep. They put a voicemail on, or they have someone acting remotely, and it's an answering machine service. But we don't. So we are only closed on public holidays, and even then, we are available. So the Christmas time is fun. It's fun for a property manager. There's a lot of different things that come about.
And I guess for buyers and sellers, in short, guys, if you're buying or selling, you normally have a 6-week settlement from when you sign the contract, pay the check, and actually get the keys. So you probably got to still a good clear month or two to buy or to sell to get into your new property. So it's a happy time of the year. I'm so excited about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to sound sexist, but I think men get the better end of the Christmas period where they can just sit back and enjoy. I think we just run around doing everything and can't wait for February, March.
That sounds so sexist.
It is. It really is. But, I just think back to all my Christmases with my kids, and I can't remember actually sitting and chilling and doing nothing.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, you put it that way. It's I guess prepping for guests also, and kids on holidays for long periods of time. Yeah, it's true.
It is, but you know what? And with property management, we are, like I said, we're all still. It's a normal time of year for us, other than it's very busy. But we do enjoy being busy because that's just in our nature. So yes, if you have a property coming up for rent during the Christmas period, you can always reach out to us. We're available. We still can do photography, come out to your property. We do open homes just as normal, Wednesdays and Saturdays. So yeah, doesn't change for us.
Can I be the first to wish everyone a Merry Christmas?
Already, the trees are already out and Coles.
Merry
Kmart.
Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas, everyone. Cleo, thank you for the heads up for property management perspective, real estate perspective, real estate wise, and have a lovely day, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye.